Hey, it's Mark with Mark's Virtual Real Estate Channel, and I'm back with another Upland video. And tomorrow is a collection release for Dallas, the newest city that has been released in Upland. And I'm going to talk about that collection release, talk about how I've done so far, if I've sold many properties or not, and I have a question for you on my next build as well. All right, as always, I love seeing the likes, comments, shares come in. That's really awesome. And we love seeing new subscribers as well. All right, so Upland is a virtual real estate game where you can buy properties. They're kind of the same lot sizes in real life. You can build, you can rent, you can flip, and it can be a lot of fun. Upland, when I first started, was releasing a new city every 6 weeks, maybe every 2 months. And lately, they've really increased that schedule to where they're releasing new cities or parts of cities like every few weeks, it seems like. Every 2 weeks, maybe a little more than that. And Dallas is the latest release. And it didn't go amazing for me. It wasn't my best release. I tried to mint stuff kind of in this Main Street area. My computer was very slow, or Upland was very slow. I couldn't do much of anything. And I ended up minting one over here and a bunch over here, and that was about it. So I want to check in and see how things in Upland are going, and also ask you, the audience, where you think the collections might be. So I'll talk a little bit about that. I've actually sold 2 properties. I've sold 1 property that I minted so far, and that was the brewery over here. This one. I think I minted this brewery, and let's see here. We can see I sold it for $129,000, which was good. What I minted for? 60? I'm not even sure. I'd have to check and see. But that was a pretty good, I don't even know what that is, flip. But with some of the other cities, I feel like I was doing that over and over again, or at least a few times, and then having quite a few other properties that I made money on, and it's just not the case as much here. Brentwood, okay. Someone want to trade me a Brentwood property for a Dallas property. So I'll show you how this is a good, that's one on Elm. Let's see if it's the expensive one or the $199. So when I get a trade like that, a lot of times what I'll do is I'll just go to upxland.me, and I'm already in Los Angeles, and I'll go to Brentwood, which is not that great of a collection, but Los Angeles has really expensive mint prices, and I'll just kind of see what prices are at. Really cheap for Brentwood. Oh wow, $49,000 for some of these. What size are these? I think that one was 108 or something. We'll go down here. There's a 95 for 72,000, and that trade was 106. That's not a good trade, right? That is not a good trade. I can see some building and stuff going on there, so maybe some things are happening with Brentwood, but still very low price compared to what I've got mine for sale and what I paid for it. All right, so I did sell one of those, and then over here I have all these properties on Levy Street, kind of next to the river, that I minted, and I showed in real time how I was minting and how I was doing that if you missed that video. And none of them are really selling either, so that's concerning. There's quite a bit for sale. It's really not that concerning because I minted them, so they'll give me some yield if I end up keeping them. And who knows, maybe that turns into a collection. Very small chance of that, but there is a chance of it. And I'm willing to take that chance. Usually when I mint stuff, I want it to sell it right away before the collections are announced, because I feel like you get more money for that. But that's when you're dealing with properties that are very popular, people think might be a collection. Not many people think this one will be a collection, so there's really not much risk in not selling them beforehand, because the markups on some of these aren't that high compared to what I minted them for. Maybe that one's a little higher. I minted it for 11. Like, I'm not missing out on that much if I don't sell these and it's not a collection, right? But if, I minted it for 11,000 and people are paying 100,000 or 50,000 for it now, then I would want to sell them before the collection's announced and get my money and get out of there. All right. Now, you might also notice I do have 2 properties in Main Street on Elm. Obviously, I did not mint these if you watched my last video, I bought these on the secondary market. So I have bought a few on the secondary market. I bought another one on Elm over here that I ended up making decent amount of money on. If I go through my messages here, sold some. That was an offer I made. Oh, on Federal. I also bought a property on Federal, and I paid 50-some thousand for it. Sold it for 74, so made a little bit. That was the secondary market as well. And then, property sold. I sold one at Elm for 129. I think I bought it for 90, something like that. And then there were a couple properties on Main Street I bought here, not Main Street, Main Street District, and on Elm, because I thought both of those could be a collection. But I still kind of want to sell them before the collection's announced, but as you can see, I have not yet. So this one I bought early on when prices were well over 200,000, and I paid 180 for it, thinking that's a really good deal. I could sell it. Well, no one's really bought it, so I might have priced it too high to start with. I probably should have been more aggressive pricing it before. This one I paid 135 for, which was way lower than everything else. And I still haven't been able to sell that one either, even though it's been kind of the lowest priced property on that street in this area for a while. So if we go, oh, hold on. My up excellent still I don't think works in regular mode. I have to go into incognito or clear my cache, and it's just easier for me to go incognito. So if I go to Elm and look at the Main Street District, we can see I'm the second cheapest. Oh, and there's another one on Elm. Oh, why do people keep undercutting me? Anyway, so again, I don't really want to get stuck with those properties, but at the same time, I think there's a pretty good chance they become collections. So I just don't know if I want to keep lowering my price there or not. Oh, I mean, I might be okay with having one there, but maybe not two. So that's something I've got to think about today is if I want to lower that price again or just leave them. Because I think there's a really good chance either Main Street and Elm are collections, or even both of them could be. Now, Elm is a pretty big street that runs all the way up this way, so I doubt it'll be like a rare or ultra rare collection or anything like that. So that's something to think about. It'll probably be a smaller street that gets that, but the Main Street District is very small, as is the Arts District. So that could be rare. Don't know on the collections there. So speculating on different streets. Main Street could be a collection. Elm could be a collection. Commerce Street could be a collection. There's all kinds of streets like that all over. And I don't know about any really super special streets. So if people know of any that are really going crazy with prices, that'd be cool to hear what those are. I don't think it's Levy either. And then the Arts District has been going very crazy with prices. I mean, they're, last I checked, we're over like 300,000. I'm guessing they might be down a little bit now, but let's see what they're at. 295, real close to that too. So they've held their price really well too. And then the other interesting thing here is if we go up to Highland Park, which as you saw in my minting video, so expensive, crazy expensive. Almost nothing's minted. Some of these along Lakeside, I thought about buying one of these, but they were so expensive. I'm like, oof, I don't want to spend my money on that. That just seems crazy what they did with prices here. I don't know what their thoughts were, but I'm surprised this many have been minted, to be honest. And even if it becomes a collection, I don't think prices are going to jump that high because it's a big neighborhood. It's not like it's a small neighborhood. Look at this neighborhood compared to Main Street or the Arts District or even any of these in downtown. It's way bigger. And we saw things like this in LA with like Venice being a collection and not minted out. It didn't even mint out right away after being a collection, right? I had properties in Venice and it took me forever to sell them and it took forever to mint it out. I'm guessing the same thing will happen here in Highland Park. That just seems weird they did that. So who knows what will happen there. I'm guessing they'll have kind of a standard collection in one of these bigger ones, maybe. And I don't know how much that will impact prices either, maybe just a little bit. And then I'm thinking, you know, at least one of these will probably be rare, either Main Street or Arts District. And then one of these might be, you know, I always forget what they're, exclusive, limited. I'm sure it will be, yeah, exclusive, limited. And then probably some streets in there somewhere, but I just don't know which streets. And it's Park Avenue. I mean, a lot of times you hear Park Avenue, and that's associated with cool streets, but not here. Well, let's see. Let's just check it out and see what prices are just on that one. Nothing. There's nothing on Park Avenue. There's one right there. Is that not on Park Avenue? Nope. Well, if there's nothing for sale at all on all of Park Avenue because there's no streets, properties there, that could be a rare area. But if there's nothing for sale, that makes it tough to buy anything. So we'll see what happens. Not super excited about things. I will kind of try and get ready for the Thrifty Trader tomorrow, so I will be doing my normal video. We'll have the collections announced. We'll see how it goes. Maybe I'll try and get some secondary stuff and go from there, and then I'll think about my strategy for the Thrifty Trader as well. All right, that's all I've got for this one. Oh no, I have more and more. Sorry. I promised I would talk about this. My build finished up in our lazy node in Neponset, so I now have my little beach house over here. We can see right here. There is my beach house, and there we go. So that's pretty cool to have my little beach area. I might have to change my home address to that one. And the build is going very quickly for our lazy node, Chicago Spartan. He's on our Discord. Our Discord is linked below if you want to join that. And we're down to 5 days on that. That's been crazy. But I also donated a ton of Spark to that one too until I figure out my next build. So what should my next build be? Should I add an apartment building? I have never done an apartment building. Should I add something else? Should we do Neponset? Should we do Henry Ford? That's our other lazy node that's been real active. What do you think my next strategy should be? As you can see, I own a lot of the area. I definitely have some bigger lots that can fit apartments on them. And where should it be too? Should we focus up here? I feel like there's more smaller houses up here, but then we have a lot of apartments kind of coming in down here as well along the coast, so that's cool to see too. So love to hear your thoughts on that as well. All right, now, thanks for watching. Love the comments, love the likes, love the support. Keep those coming. We'll be back tomorrow for the collection release and see how that goes.